So yeah, lately a lot of singles are getting discouraged. They're finding it so difficult to choose a life partner. They are so afraid to choose a life partner because of the rate at which couples are getting divorced. Especially when you look at it from the side of those you're looking up to as our role models, leaders, mentors. It's so discouraging. This has eaten deep into them that they now have wrong mindset, wrong ideas about marriage. I know some of us might be expecting something like these are the signs that he or she is the right person for you, or these are the signs that he or she is not the one. For example, he's not supportive or she's not supportive, not respectful, not listening to you, makes you feel bad about yourself, don't agree on fundamental things. But do you know sometimes it's very difficult for you to know that this person is not the one when you are in love? It's very difficult to see the signs. But I think for you to know who to be married to and who to spend your life with, first of all, you have to be born again. I'll tell you why. The reason I said you must be born again is because marriage is spiritual and it's God ordained. God is the author of marriage. So, marriage is like a book. We learn, we study, and God is the author of that book. So, if you must understand that book, you have to, first of all, be born again. I'm going to quickly throw something in, and it's do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. That's what the scripture says. A believer shouldn't go for a non-believer. What I'm saying, if you know what I mean, a believer shouldn't marry an unbeliever. This is why you must be born again to be married to a good your dream man or dream woman. You have to be born again. Darkness and light have nothing in common. Light and darkness do not have anything in common. They don't fellowship together. This is another reason you should be born again. Someone says one of the ways to know if God has sent you the one is when he or she is leading you straight back to Christ. Don't you believe that? Yes, I do believe. So the second point is know God. The reason you must know this God is because he speaks. Be intimate with him. Fellowship with his word, so that when he speaks, you can recognize his voice. He speaks to us. He teaches us everything. He tells us what to do. If we are close to him. God is the author. He knows what's best for you. He speaks. He can reveal things to you. He can reveal to you that this person is the person you are to be married to. He can speak to you and tell you, no, don't go for this. No, go for this. He knows what's best for you. He gave Eve to Adam. He told his servant in the scripture to go marry a prostitute. He has his reasons. He is God. He knows everything. He knows the end of a matter from the beginning. God can tell you the person to be married to if you're used to hearing his voice when he speaks. But there's always a confirmation. Listen, confirmation doesn't come first. God speaks to you first about that person, and then confirmation can come last. It can come from any person. It can come from your pastor, from your leader. No, you don't go to people asking them first, is this the right person for me? You don't go to meet your man of God. This is person. No, you have to hear from God first, and then confirmation comes later. It doesn't come first. God speaks to you, and then you get confirmation. And then you get confirmation. There's always a confirmation. Yes. A confirmation from his word, from leaders. God speaks through his prophets to reach out to us, but we have to first of all hear from God. I don't know if we are too busy. God speaks to us all the time. Ours is to be close to Him. A lot of time people talk about hearing the voice of God, how to hear the voice of God, 3 ways to hear the voice of God. No, there is one thing I do understand about hearing God's voice. I think we're going to discuss that in another video, not now, but I know God speaks through His prophet, and He did in the scripture. For example, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1 to 2, how he spoke through His prophets. So I'm not disputing the fact that God speaks through His prophets to us for us to know His mind towards us. But all I'm saying is you have to have this relationship with your God, the author of marriage, so you will know what He's saying concerning who you should be married to. So whatever you're confused about, on this particular topic on relationship, how to know who to be married to, please do not hesitate to write me, DM me, let's talk about it. I am here for you. Let's talk. Okay? I want to remind you something, that there's no place in the scripture where God says this is the person we should be married to. So catch you in another video. Ta-da.